Hi, my name is Danny Fleming of the MA Properties team. So today's topic is, do I need to insist on staging? The simple answer is yes. Uh, Staging is really, really important because the we can get you the highest price for your home if the buyers walk in the door and think, oh, wow, I need to live here. So how do we do that? There are two ways. Most homes, you're still living in the home when the home's on the market. And other homes, the home is vacant. So let's cover what we do when you're still living in the home. Sometimes it's a matter of just moving some pieces of furniture around or decluttering. We'll give you, typically we give you a summary list of what we would recommend being done in your home and what we would recommend we bring into your home while it's on the market. And we leave those goods in there until you're at purchase and sale. So it's in there for the period of time that you're on the market, the supplementary pieces. So let's say you're living in the home and you're planning your next move. You know where you're going. Let's say you're downsizing and you've got too much furniture to go into the home that you're anticipating buying, or the size of the home that you're anticipating buying. And maybe the dining room table has a broken leg, and whenever you have people sitting there, you've got to prop it up and, that type of thing. It's easier to just get rid of it now, dispose of it where or how you were planning on disposing of it prior to moving to your new house. So if you dispose of it now, and when I say dispose, I'm not meaning chuck it in the trash. I'm meaning that you might want to donate it. You're giving it to a friend or family. You want to sell it. Various mechanisms of how you were planning of not taking that piece of furniture to the next home. It's easier to do it now when you've got more time. What we do when we come in and create a staging plan is we'll bring in supplemental furniture that you don't have. So if you're planning on getting rid of that dining room table, maybe it's too big for the home that you're going to be buying or have bought. Move it now and we'll bring in a dining room table and dining room chairs. Same things with it's really when a buyer comes in, we want them to think that your home is in showroom type condition. And when I say that, if you don't have matching bedside tables in the guest bedroom, we'll bring in matching bedside tables and matching lamps. We'll bring in bedding that's out of a magazine. It's the sort of thing that when buyers walk in the door and they look at the room, they think, yeah, this is how I want to live. Now, as soon as they move in, they're not going to live like that. We all know that. We all know that. Living is a whole lot different to a showroom condition. But having the buyers feel that when they walk in the door is key. We've often had buyers come in, and if we've staged a home vacant, they've asked whether they could buy most of the furniture. Now, we don't sell the furniture that we have, but that's the impact we want to get from a buyer. Now, when it's an occupied home, sometimes we want to remove rugs off the floor. We don't want to have too many rugs down. We want to have very, very subtle colored rugs. An off-white or a white or a beige rug is far less distracting to the eye than a multicolored Persian rug or a multicolored rug of any sort. So we would bring in those rugs and help you roll up the rugs that are there, and also roll up the excess rugs. Because when you think about it, when a buyer walks into a room and there's a huge big rug in there, it stops the buyer's eyes. Where the rug starts, the buyer's eyes stop. It's like a barrier goes up in the expansiveness of the room. So from a spatial perspective, not having rugs on the floor is important. We do like to have rugs on the floor in the living room, tender not in the dining room, and maybe at the end of a bed. It depends on each room and depends on the flooring that you've got in the room. So we'll come in and give recommendations of what to do. What we also want to do is we don't want to have too much furniture in the room. When a buyer walks in the door and they see lots of furniture in a room, it makes the room feel smaller. And our goal is to have the buyers walk in and think, oh, wow, this is really big, isn't it? And if there's minimal furniture in there, that's what they think. It's a really big room. We do want to, it's really, well, let's talk now about a vacant house. Some agents will get you to pay for staging yourself. Some agents will pay for staging as part of it, as part of the package, but they'll only stage 3 rooms or 4 rooms. We do the staging as part of the package. It's one of the value propositions that we have, because it's going to get you the highest money and the highest and the quickest sale. But what we also do is we stage every room. We don't leave a room empty, because I was once, look, here's a story. I was once with a buyer. We had bought a nice new construction home. It was a lovely sized home. It was huge, in fact. And we were there a couple of weeks before closing. And she was looking in the door of this huge bedroom. And she was worried because she didn't think her 4-year-old's furniture, which was a single bed, a bureau, and a rocking chair, would fit in this room. And I'm sort of saying, yeah, you could put a king-size bed in here with double side tables on either side. You could have a seating area over in the corner. You could have the chair over here and the bureau. It was a huge room. But she sort of said that she doesn't have good spatial awareness, which is what a lot of buyers don't have. So when she looks at a room, she worries that the furniture that they have won't fit, which is absolutely key to actually putting furniture in every room, bedrooms as well. Because if you've got a queen size bed in there or a king size bed in there, the buyers sort of say, oh wow, this is a really big room, isn't it? Whereas otherwise they're worrying about whether their single bed would fit in there, their twin bed would fit in there. Want to show you with a vacant home, thought it might be useful to show the difference that staging makes in general. So I'm going to show I am going to show a sample. So here's a room that was freshly painted, floors refinished. Yeah, looks okay, but look at the difference that having furniture makes in that home. It just makes the room pop, and the buyers can sort of see, oh yeah, that's how we could put the furniture in there. I have buyers all the time that worry when they walk into a vacant home. I can't figure out where the furniture would go or how I would position it. Here's another view, and that was of the same home. Here's the dining room in this particular home, and again, it's so much. Oh yeah, this works. A bedroom, again, freshly painted, new flooring down. And look at the difference just having some furniture in there makes. So yes, you don't need to put furniture in when the home is freshly painted and will present well, but the difference of having staging furniture in there is dramatic. dramatic for the buyer's emotional, oh, I have to have this home. Look at how it could look. Here's another one. This home was quite a stunning home. It was it had been on the market, gosh, 5 years on and off, trying to sell with different agents, and none of them staged it. We came in and bought it on the market, staging furniture, and we sold for a good price. But again, it just makes the room pop a little bit more. Now, here's an example of what one of the dramatic improvements that staging makes. This was a home. This was actually a listing photo. When the home was on the market previously, it was a FSBO, for sale by owner, but it had been tried to be sold as with an agent for about 12 months. Then it was a FSBO again, so it had 2 periods of time where it was a FSBO and 1 period of time where it was on the market with an agent for 12 months. None of those times was it staged. But here's the dilemma that buyers had when they walked in the door. So the front door was up in this area of the home, because this was the living room. This empty room at the front there was the living room. Then you had the dining room. Just here, you can see the chandelier above, so it was the dining room. But then as the buyers would have walked through, they would have looked at this room here and think, oh, what's this room for? I don't know. What's this room for? Triggers in MLS descriptions are a unique floor plan or versatile floor plan. When you've got those keywords, that always tells you that the floor plan's odd. And buyers don't like odd. They really don't like odd because they don't know what to do with them. So with this particular home, we came in and we staged it. And as you can see, well, you may not be able to see it so well, but the front room was staged as a living room. The center, the middle room was staged as a dining room. It was. And this room back here, where buyers didn't know what you would do with the room, we staged it as a pre or post dinner drinks room, with a bar and things like this. Now the home sold with competing offers and sold for over asking price because we defined the odd spaces and gave the buyers an idea of what they would do with those spaces. So staging's not just making a home look beautiful. Staging is also helping to define spaces that are not defined just by the furniture that's in them or not in them, as the case may be. It's giving the buyers, getting their imagination going as to how they could use the home when they buy the home. That's the key thing that that staging needs to do. What else do I need to talk about staging? Oh, we have our own staging truck and our own professional stagers, and about 16 housefuls of furniture. So we're in this for the long haul. We think it's vitally important to stage a home, whether you're still living in the home or whether you've moved out and the home is vacant. It's absolutely critical to present the home as well as you can present it to the buyers. I was at an open house once and I was standing talking to a buyer on the Sunday, and he'd been there on the Saturday, and we were just chatting, and he was looking around the home, and he was sort of saying, oh, this house is going to go way over the asking price. And I said, I don't know, I hope so. And I said, we don't underprice homes, we realistically price homes. And he said, yeah, I know you do, but what you do is you make the home look and feel so appealing to us buyers that we have to have the home. And I looked at him and said, yeah, that's what we do. So I was really pleased that he saw the difference, and that's why you need to insist on staging, is the buyers can tell, and the buyers will pay more money for the home if they have to have the home. So look, I love talking about this. As you can tell, I love talking about this. If you have any questions at all or want to chat about it, please don't hesitate to reach out.